What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey672 coming to you guys with a video right now. I wanted to talk about is Doug Pederson going to be on the hot seat this year? I don't necessarily say he's going to be on the hot seat this year. When he came to this team after we fired Chip Kelly early this season, well, late but early for the off season. When a coach comes into his first year, he doesn't have much control over the roster because there's already set pieces, and he's kind of got to work with what he has. Didn't want to make any big moves the first year, which I believe. Yes. Did he make some bad calls this year? Yes. Did he do things that we should have been like, no, don't go on fourth down all the fucking time and don't be doing stupid shit? No, he probably shouldn't have. And I was pissed a few times where he got a little cocky. But you know what? I guess when he does stuff like that, I guess it's supposed to, give the team a lot of confidence. That makes the players believe that, Doug Pederson has a lot of confidence in them, which I know he does. But this is going to be like the first off-season coming to the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles season that Doug Pederson has 1 year under his belt, has the quarterback that he wants, and likes to be with very much. And now, the players have been around him for a year, and, everything has come together in a lot of ways. So now, with this year, I'm not saying total control of the roster, but he had his say, even though, Howie has mostly the final say of what's going on. I don't think he's on the hot seat this year. I think by another year, at least to after the 2018 season, I think that's when we're gonna see. I think by the 2018 season, we're gonna have all the pieces that we do need. As a whole, I think we'll have most of the pieces that we need, and if we have to go in free agency to sign somebody at that time, that we just need that one piece just to fill in for the year or for the next 2 years, whatnot. This year, no. For a rookie coach with a rookie quarterback to go 7-9, I've never seen it done the way they have done it, and I think having Jim Schwartz as a defensive coordinator really helped a lot because their defense actually didn't do too bad last year besides the corner spot, getting pressure on the quarterback. I know it wasn't consistent, but for a 7-9 team with a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback, it's pretty damn good in my fucking book. Any team that goes like that is pretty damn good. And with some added pieces, getting Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith in free agency, and getting LeGarrette Blount in the backfield, really put my hopes up high for having a really being productive on offense, but at the same time, we're not gonna. I think he'll have gutsy calls. I think. Let me tell you, if we're in the red zone, we shouldn't be kicking any field goals. We have so many targets now, not just at wide receiver, but we have a running back that's 260 pounds that could fucking ball on top of anybody. It's just one of those things, and I think everyone should just, stick tight, have some faith in this guy. Because people are like, he's too friendly. He's, let me tell you something. I don't even call him Andy Reid and Andy Reid, 2.0. I don't. I think he's different than Andy Reid. He's, he's a player's coach, but at the same time, very gutsy. And, he, for a guy that played the backup quarterback role, behind Dan Marino, behind, Brett Favre, and knows the study skills and sees how all these quarterbacks have studied in this, how Brett Favre studied and Peyton Manning and all these guys have studied in the film room and off the field and what they've done. I'm not disappointed in Doug Pederson, and I know he wants to bring a championship here, and I hope he does, and I hope he helps. I hope he's around for it. But that's really all I got to talk about with that. I think with the roster that he had last year, he made some gutsy calls, but it was one point where it's, you don't want the coach to look like he is afraid because he knows he has bad personnel. He really believes in this team. No matter how good or bad or how much of a backup role a player has, it doesn't matter to him because he knows that these guys can play. And it doesn't matter a starter, backup, it doesn't matter what position you are. He puts hope and he makes these players believe and don't, it's just because he was a player in this league, Doug Pederson was a player in this league, and it's a good thing, and I have nothing against it. To see what he does this year. I mean, now if we have all the pieces now on offense, we got the pieces that are officially entirely upgraded. Now he just has to make the right calls. He's got to make the right plays. He's got to see mismatches, and that's it, and exploit it. And now he's got a running back that's going to take the pressure off Wentz, and he's going to get LeGarrette Blount to the passing game, which is, I thought it was a bad idea, but you know what? That's an extra guy that someone has to cover. And that makes it for one other guy that's going to have an easy edge to get separation off a back or a linebacker or whatnot. So I have no problem with it. Be patient with Doug Pederson. Don't fucking trash him. I didn't trash him. We welcomed him into our hearts because he wasn't like what Chip Kelly was, and that's what we needed. And the players were affected by that. 2 years ago, and it was just really, it was just a really bad time in the locker. The locker room stayed together, but at the same time, they just didn't like how they were talked to. They didn't like how they were treated. They're grown men making a living. They're treated like pawns on a chess table, and they weren't, they weren't valued. They were valued as pieces. They weren't valued as people and who they are as players. But no, I don't think Doug Pearson's on the hot seat. I think he's safe this year, and whatever happens, happens. I think next year will be the hot seat year. But everybody have faith. Don't put your guard down on it. Don't blast him like some people do. He's got a good heart, and he knows how to use these. He pulled some plays this year that I was really surprised. He turned some players like Wendell Smallwood. He made him run some. He picked some good plays for him this year. I know players have to do the work, but it's when the plays come and what they have to do. I don't think he shouldn't have subbed certain people in the game when we needed our veterans out there. But other than that, I don't think he's on the hot seat. Give it time. And that's all I want to talk about, guys. So I'll see you guys later. Go fucking Birds. See you guys.